Hello there, and welcome back to the neighborhood. We're looking at yet another collaboration by Hawaii Bad Boy and Tripowin, the Kailua, which was provided to the channel by Linsol. The Kailua is a dual dynamic driver IEM utilizing two titanium-coated DLC diaphragms. Let's get into it. I will go ahead and put the cart before the horse and say that this is likely the best collaboration to come out from HBB yet. We've already talked about the drivers in the intro a bit, but there's two titanium-coated DLC diaphragms, a 6mm and a 10mm. I'm uncertain if the shell is a durable plastic or a lightweight coated metal, but it is a rather small housing for two dynamic drivers and has an ergonomic design with a protruding angular nozzle. The angle of the nozzle is a bit steep for me for longer listening sessions, and I find an IEM like the Blon JoJo to have a better angled nozzle to fit my ear, but ear mileage may vary in this regard. Two sets of ear tips are provided with the Kailua, but I only really found its sound to be balanced with the gray silicones. So any sound commentary will relate to using the Kailua with those tips in particular. As a side note, I also enjoyed SpinFit CP155s with the set as well. A cable that's reminiscent of the Moondrop s.s.r cable also comes with the Kailua, and that cable was excellent, and so is this one. There is no case or other accompaniment in the box, which is probably why the Kailua comes in at $79 rather than being more expensive. The sound of the Kailua is also surprisingly clean. Hawaii Bad Boy has been known for having a preference for an over-accentuated mid-bass in the past, but the Kailua's low end is surprisingly linear in its sound. It's not particularly mid-forward sounding in any way, but the mid-range is rather neutrally presented. The treble is also decently airy and mostly well extended. But there is a rather large dip between 8 and 12K or so, descending to its deepest point around 10K. This makes for a spacious but interesting listen at times, as there are some tracks where certain sounds appear to be majorly recessed, or sound odd for a particular song. For example, peripheral vocals on the track Use Somebody by the Kings of Leon were significantly reduced. I also had to strain my ears to hear the triangle on Shout by Tears for Fears during the chorus. These sounds are normally rather present, so I found this presentation was rather notable in terms of both its dearth and peculiarity. But generally speaking, other peripheral details and singings were mostly clear and well represented. So it's not always a problem, but it will be on particular tracks, depending upon your library. I really enjoyed the Kailua's stage though. It has excellent depth and height and width, and comes across as rather circularly presented to the ear, as if the listener is looking down from a balcony over the stage. As I've already suggested, the sound feels rather spacious, and separation and instrument distinction are very good, especially for its price. Transients respond well, but it's not the most dynamic sound of all time, with either micro or macro dynamics. Dynamics in general I'd describe as somewhat soft. This is a bit surprising though, given that it utilizes two dynamic drivers and perhaps the titanium coating is a bit too rigid to produce slam or rumble well, and it may lead to a dearth in rhythmic musicality at times. I will also note that I did get some additional rumble from Final Audio Type E ear tips, which were an excellent sounding and comfortable set of ear tips for this set. Compared to the Blonde and Z Reviews JoJo, another collaboration IEM with a similar shape, the Kailua is a thinner, more neutral presentation without as much bass emphasis. Both IEMs graph in a similar manner too, but the treble valley is very audible in the Kailua and seems to be less of an issue in the JoJo. Still, the Kailua bests the JoJo in regard to its general levels of resolution and clarity. Treble extension and the amount of air in the Kailua is also better. Yet, I find myself missing the JoJo a bit more between the two, and think the JoJo scales better with proper amplification, while the Kailua is more of a consistent performer across all devices, including lower powered ones. But your mileage may vary. So I was really impressed with the Kailua, especially at first. It's a linear, more technical than expected performer that impresses the ear. Even so, longer listening sessions revealed odd recessions at times on particular tracks, which is certainly this IM's biggest Achilles heel. Nevertheless, this is definitely the best Hawaii Bad Boy collaboration project to come out yet, at least out of the ones that I've heard, and I applaud him and Tripowin for their achievement with this one. But hey, I also have the Tangzu x HBB Heyday in for review as well, which I'm going to be talking about shortly, so stay tuned for that one. If you like this video and wish to support this channel's content, make sure that you're subscribed and that you give this video a big old thumbs up before you head on out. Also consider leaving a comment in the comment section below, as I'd love to interact with the community. This channel can also be found on other social media platforms, including Instagram, X, www.intoitreviews.com, Patreon, or Discord. Links will be provided in the description below. And with that, I'm out for now.